Hey everybody, hello. Jessica Coulter here, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. Today we're continuing the Myth video series all about grades. So let's talk about missing assignments today. So moms and dads that are watching, how many missing assignments would you say your kiddo has right now? We're at the end of the school year, so are we doing awesome, no missing assignments, or are there too many to count? So definitely I want to hear from you because we want to know, do all assignments matter? Are they created equally? Should your team be worrying about them all right now? So that's what we're going to talk about. Before I get going, do know I have an awesome Facebook group called Teaching Teens to Love Learning. If you're not already a member, I encourage you to join us because I share all sorts of strategies, more than I can possibly share in this video. So click the link in the description to check it out. So missing assignments. You've told me how many there are for your own teen in the comments by now, I hope. And, the short answer to this question, are all assignments important? Are all assignments, necessary? Well, it's a myth because it depends on the time of year. Okay, so we're at the end of the school year. If your teen is missing too many to count and too many classes, well, you've got a couple choices here. We can try to get everything done that can still be done, whether it's for full credit, partial credit, whether it's worth 5 points or 100 points, or we can pick and choose. So I will tell you, moms and dads, I'm a tutor. I am a substitute teacher. I'm, a lifelong learner, 100% an educator, love learning. And I want your teens to do every work. I want your teens to learn as much as he possibly can, that she can possibly learn, but I am realistic. I've been brought in by several families to help with kind of an emergency situation. What can we possibly do? There's 50 missing assignments. We've got, 2 weeks. What can you do, Jessica? How can you help us fix this? Well, if that's the situation you find yourselves in, like I said, this especially at the end of the semester, end of the school year, do know you've got to pick and choose. Okay, those 5-point assignments, your teen can do 10 of those, and that's not going to make much of a difference in his grade. But yeah, if there's that big project that's due next week, well, that's the focus that your teen needs to have. If there's that big final that's worth a quarter of your teen's grade, that's where the focus needs to be. Okay, so if you're in desperate straits, if grades are really bad, if assignments are piling up, and like I said, you're out of time, focus on the big assignments, the big points, not the little ones. Because even if your teen only does half of that project, only does so-so on the final, well, that's a lot more points, going to have a much bigger impact on your teen's grade than all of those little assignments. Okay, now there is a caveat to this for the beginning of the year, for the beginning of the semester, and we're going to talk about that next. If you're just now joining us, we're talking about assignments and how many your teen needs to do, how do those points affect your teen's grade. So before I go farther, I am on YouTube right now. I'm on Facebook right now. So make sure you are a subscriber, make sure you're a follower, so you catch these videos live. All right, I mentioned beginning of the year, beginning of the semester. When do those little assignments matter? When do those little everyday homework assignments, those exit tickets, those bell works, all of those things, when does it matter? Well, think about this. If your teen doesn't pay attention in class, maybe he's not even going to class, maybe he's not taking notes, if he's just there, like physically there, but not trying, not doing any of the work, not really learning anything, well, those little assignments are going to teach him what he should have learned in class. They're going to give him an opportunity to be ready for that project, to be ready to write that paper, to be ready for that big test. Okay, so that's why little assignments matter. It's not for the points, it is for the sake of learning. Now, the only other awesome thing about little assignments, another reason your teen, when he's like, I don't want to do this, Mom, I don't think this is important, Dad, well, tell your teen that it's an insurance policy. Because if we're at the beginning of the year, everybody starts with 0 points. But yet, as soon as a teacher assigns an assignment, a homework thing, no matter how big, no matter how small, your teen now has the opportunity to have a good grade or a bad grade. Okay, so if your teen does 5 or 6 assignments that are worth, maybe 10 points each, and gets all of those points, well, he's got a little bit of a buffer. So that way, if that first little assignment gets forgotten or gets turned in late and some points get lost, well, he's got a buffer. Now, is that the best idea ever to do some assignments to forget others? Well, again, your teen, it's up to him what kind of grade he wants. Moms and dads, this is something you've got to sometimes just let happen. If your teens don't care about having straight A's, if they don't care about getting amazing grades, whatever amazing might mean to you, well, sometimes you have to let your teens see how that goes. What's the good? What's the bad? What are the consequences, positive and negative? Let them feel it out for themselves, because your teens have to care. Your teens have to value certain grades, to value the learning. And, sometimes that's a trial and error. So definitely end of the school year, bad grades, worried about passing, focus on the big projects, focus on the big items when it comes to grades and points. Beginning of the year, tell your teens it's an insurance policy. Okay. Now, you and I both know, moms and dads, that sometimes teachers will give way too many homework assignments. And I'm totally a believer of homework. So, good or bad, that's who I am, because to me, it's a chance to prove your learning, for the kids to know, okay, I get this, I don't get this. It's a chance for the teachers to go, hey, yesterday's lesson went really well, or okay, we need to push the test back another week. Okay, and that's part of why I'm a believer in homework. But also know that if your teen doesn't want an A in that class, he doesn't have to do every single assignment. Okay. Now, as you get older, as your teens get into college and possibly even upper level high school classes, there's less points available. So each and every assignment is worth more and more. It counts towards a certain percentage of your teen's grade. So I hope this helps. I know I just gave a few tips and strategies. If you want more, that's what my Facebook group is for. So I hope to see you in my group very soon. It's called Teaching Teens to Love Learning. And, I aim it at moms, but all parents, caregivers, educators are welcome. So definitely click the link in the description, answer a couple questions, and you'll be in. And, if you want some help to get your teens to turn in more assignments, to get some more points, that's what the group is for. So have an awesome day. I will see you in the group very, very soon. Bye, guys.